Hi, our Danish friends. This is the Democratic Caucus in Dover-Foxcroft, Maine. We're going to be interviewing several people who are coming to participate in the caucus and see what they think about the election. So we hope you enjoy, and this helps you to understand our process a little bit better. So after this caucusing process, are you happy with the way we do things, and do you think it?
I think it's really exciting. The room was crowded, but safe. You can feel the energy level going up. Lots of opportunities for people to get signatures for their local, state, Senate representative. So it was exciting.
Excellent. And now, do you think with this level of energy and all these people turning out for our caucus that there's going to be a real change in the nation with this coming election?
I think that it's going to be. I think it's going to be closer than some people think. In the state of Maine, especially rural Piscataquis, people stay true to their party pretty much. So I don't think we can call anything until November. And who would know in November? The last time around it was, or 2000, it was right down to the Supreme Court. So it'll be exciting.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
So you are an Obama supporter. Now, how do you think Obama will bring about the change that he talks about? In what ways? And
well, I think the thing that's interesting to me is that we have been in a situation where things have been dictated down. I think he has the personality and the temperament to try to bring people together. And I think some people have said that he hasn't given specifics. And I think that's a good thing. And the reason is because usually when you have the specifics on a plan, healthcare, whatever, the outcome has already been determined and decided by somebody else. What he is doing is giving a general idea of where he wants to go. And I think that he has the talent and the energy to be able to pull people with those specific talents to get that particular job done. So I think that that's very important because it involves people from the bottom up as opposed to having things forced down your throat. And people are a little tired of having things forced down their throat over the last 7 years.
okay, thank you. So also, if Hillary wins the nomination at the convention, will you be voting for her?
Absolutely.
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 So it's Democratic.
It's Democratic all the way.
Okay.
I think either of the two candidates that we have in the Democratic process are far better and much more open than anybody that the Republicans can even dream about sending forward.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Hello.
So, first of all, do you enjoy the caucus and the process? Like, do you think it's a good way for us to
Yes, the caucus was a fabulous process of people coming in from across the town and sitting down together, and it was just, there's a lot of enthusiasm. You don't get that. Where I come from, we all vote, and you don't have that stuff happening, so it's a fabulous experience.
So you obviously support Hillary. Why her as opposed to Barack?
For a number, I guess the biggest reason is that when the Democrats took back the Senate and Congress in 2006, we seated Nancy Pelosi as the first Speaker of the House. And when we had a woman Speaker of the House, I went out and ordered elect Hillary Clinton bumper sticker, because I knew that if America's ready for a female Speaker of the House, we're ready for a female president. And I think she's totally tested and totally committed and capable to do that job.
And we're asking everyone, if, say Hillary doesn't get it, if Obama wins the nomination, will you still vote for her?
Absolutely. Very excited. That's one of the great things about this election is both Senator Clinton and Senator Obama have worked together in the past and will work together in the future. The whole thing is, it's got to be a Democratic candidate in the White House, because the Democratic Party has the principles we believe in of helping the little person, universal health care, all these issues. There's clear delineations between Republicans and Democrats. And on some issues we can build collaborations across, but we just have to have a Democrat.
What's the most important issue to you?
Well, my most important issue to me is the environment, and I work on cleaning up the oceans and cleaning up the environment. And there really isn't much distinction between Hillary and Barack on environmental issues. But that is what often I choose candidates. So I'm very excited about Tom Allen here in Maine, who's your congressman. He's running for the Senate, and I supported him as a congressman because he and another Democrat named Sam Farr put forward a Clean Up the Ocean bill in the House. And so we don't have an ocean champion in the Senate. And Tom Allen from Maine, if he could become your senator, would be, for the nation, a champion of oceans. And he's also even better at healthcare and so forth. But that's my personal issue is that.
Can I just jump in
Yes.
and ask, for the students from Denmark, if you could just contrast your the Massachusetts way of primaries and then our main caucusing.
Yes.
Process.
So here you've just seen a caucus, which means people come together and they move around the room and take sides. And I was able to speak, about Hillary Clinton to the group. In Massachusetts, where they have polling and general election, where they have elections, I guess, you just walk into a town facility like this, and like here, you register that there's someone in your district, and they ask you what street you live on, and then they open this book, and it has all the people by street number, and there's your name, and so they hand you the ballot, and you go to a corner and you mark off, and then the ballot's eaten up by a machine, and the machine registers it. And the people who are supporting the candidates are not allowed too close to the building. And when I go to vote, I have to take my Hillary button off when I go in to vote because they don't want that inside, which is very different than here, where people clearly stand up for what they believe in.
So do you think that that's a better system in democracy, or do you think that just the election is a better system? Or are there benefits and...
There are benefits and detriments to both. Clearly, you can only do a caucus in smaller communities. I don't know how they could caucus in Portland, Maine, or these big things. The whole thing is that neighbors know neighbors and somewhat, and they've been together again before. I'm from New England, where we have town meeting. I think town meeting is a good training, but in Iowa they don't have town meeting. I guess they do pretty good caucuses out there. The disadvantage of a caucus is that it makes people be clear who they're going to vote for. And I'm concerned about sexism in this country. I think that there's more wife beating and daughter beating than there is race beating. But be that as it may, I think it's difficult for sometimes people to speak up for who they want to vote for president. And other people get crazy about convincing other people to be their way. So I think it would be difficult if you were a couple and one spouse felt one way and one spouse felt the other way. They have to be clear about that. It's better for the marriage not to talk politics and just go voting here. So the caucus is difficult because it can cause for some marital discord for father, son, or something.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.